Says going, you're live. Okay. Let me head on over to Grumble and check that. One-man band. Alright, I don't know what Rumble's doing. Boing. Okay, I'm going to try to fast forward Rumble that way. Through the placeholder likes to start right when you're trying to go live. It really puts you behind. There we go. Okay. I don't like looking at it way behind. It's a little weird. Alright. In the meantime, though, YouTube doesn't like when I flip over. Look at Rumble. How is it going, everyone? Oh, welcome back to Lyons Den. A little chit-chat today. A little LYONCAST time. A little caffeine. Still wearing my cool Tron-look gym shirt. But yeah, how's it going, everyone? We're going to talk a little bit today about, a couple things. A little media bias. It's funny how the media and the Democrats cannot stop hammering on this Abrego Garcia stuff. Or Garcia Abrego, whatever. The illegal alien. The Maryland dad. My God, it's bad when you keep hearing it so much you forget the name. But yeah, they just can't stop this. They are still out there lying, saying, Maryland's dad, Maryland dad. That jackass Maryland senator actually said, wow, my white balance is having an issue. Here, let me move my light a little. That jackass Democrat Maryland senator actually said, well, I won't stop till I bring home this Maryland citizen. The citizen of Maryland. Let's start off a little hot here. Dickhead. He's not a citizen of Maryland. He is an illegal alien. He's a citizen of El Salvador. And you guys, boy, you Democrats got. Bukele played you like crazy. Trump played you. And as James Woods said on X, or was it Instagram, he said, Democrats just can't find enough criminal asses to kiss right now. I'm sorry, but Democrats are becoming the party of criminals. If there's an illegal alien, a certain type of shooter or something out there, they back them. They love them. This is nuts. If you're some type of fraudster in the government or some type of, hey, if you're a Ukrainian, my God, they just keep backing all this stuff. The governor of Maine is going to fight to keep biological men in biological girls' sports. So you can't make this shit up. So yeah, it's just stupid. Hello to everybody on Rumble also. I never know if Rumble's numbers are accurate on who's viewing. My numbers show 5 people over there. Well, welcome. Even though I've never had more than one chat saying howdy or anything. So I don't even know if Rumble's numbers are real or if people are just mute on Rumble. But whatever. This is unplanned, so I'm not expecting really anybody to show up being a tiny channel. So whatever. But I love to chit chat. Sorry, I keep touching my hat. I am come down from the gym and I still got a headache, but you know how it goes. But no, the Democrats just can't keep doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on what cost them the election. And it's not because they believe in it, because Democrats turn on a dime all the time. I can pull up video upon video of Democrats forever saying, marriage between a man and a woman, and the trans stuff is not real. They said that forever. And then suddenly, just one day, their masters said, flip, change. Why? Because Trump backed half the stuff they said. And then, but the other half, though, he's becoming popular, was get rid of government. Or at least government waste and big government and government fraud and overreach. Can't have that. So they told their smooth-brained Democrat sheep, time to flip all your beliefs. So that's what we're in the middle of right now. All right, so we are going to chit-chat about a lot of that. They needed the votes. Yeah? Well, Ray, as I've said before, the left has a problem now. For 10 years, they have groomed, lied to, and manipulated, and actually brainwashed a huge bunch of their supporters. You still find supporters that believe Trump was a Russian agent. You still believe there were good people on the white-sheeted people's side in Charlottesville. They still say his Mar-a-Lago is only worth $16 million. They have groomed these people. Yes, I'm using the word groomed for a reason. They groomed these smooth-brained, easily-led sheep. These are people that in Fahrenheit 451 would be just taking the meds and watching the TV and not worrying about what's really going on. So, yeah. And it's funny how, if you ever read Fahrenheit 451, the people were all goofy. They were all depressed, taking tons of mood drugs. Now, who does that sound like? The left. But yeah, they've now caught themselves in a problem. And I say this often because it needs to be known and more people need to talk about it. The biggest constituency the Democrats have left is their army of smooth-brained dum-dums who know nothing. That is what they have left. They can't go and just turn away from that far left. One, because they might turn on them. You don't agree with these people, they turn on you totally. Also, that is their biggest constituency left that is loyal to them. I don't know why my camera is moving so much right here. That is weird. But yeah, they are stuck with these people. They can't get rid of them. They've lost men en masse. Well, anything not beta, not soy and tofu enhanced. White women, if a lot of them are there. But you got pretty much the white women in the crazy, crazy fringe. The ones out marching today. Sorry, I was looking to see if my chair was touching that. That is really wiggly, weird. But I'm sorry, I got a standing desk. Some desks sits and stands. I'm actually sitting right now for once. And boy, it seems a little more mobile. See, that rocks. Wow. Have to work on that. But no, they are stuck and these lefties are out. They just point and click anymore. They really do. They're out rioting. Now, okay, so far no riots as far as I see. They're out protesting Trump. And they're doing it in the dumbest way with all these dumb slogans and songs. Which, once again, the Democrats do not believe in democracy when they lose. They only believe when they win. And Soros and his crew trying to destroy... 100%. It's not just Soros. You should look to the WEC, the World Economic Forum. And those evil weirdos. I mean, I can't remember. Klaus Schwab, I believe. Remember, they did put out a thing saying you will own nothing and you will be happy. You will live in the pod and eat the bugs. They deleted all that stuff when people were like, whoa. So that wasn't meant for public consumption yet. So yeah, I don't know. I just know that they are stuck. There are some Democrats that would love to move away from these people. But they're stuck and they're scared shitless. Because look what happens every time a Democrat actually does try to break away. They get decimated. They do. And sometimes actually, sorry, YouTube, physically get decimated. So I'll just flip it over here. Rumble. Still some people on Rumble too. Okay, how you doing? Alex Jones exposed the WEF. Alex Jones and Mark Dice have been hammering on about the WEF. And I actually learned about the WEF from those two. Yes, the WEF is a real thing. A lot of people, conspiracy theory. No, if you really go look them up, it's a real thing, a real meeting. They really meet in a place called Davos, which is, wow, it's like a villain out of Doctor Who. Yeah, it is. It is a real thing, and they're really freaky, and they really do talk about how they can. I mean, dude, you can go watch half these WEF conferences open on the internet. They're not even trying to hide it. They really discuss how to control the masses, how to stop the average citizen from getting or doing things they don't want. Them, the upper actual worldwide 1%. So, whoa, a little bit freaky there. But I don't think the Democrats can walk away from them. But if there's the Democrats are just backing everything nutso. Here's where I'm going to take a second in my opening to... Okay, I got an email from somebody who wasn't happy with me because I am not very happy with Pam Bondi. I think she is so far the weakest link of what Trump has picked. She does more talking on Fox News and all the other news agencies than she does doing stuff. And yes, I know that some people say, well, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. That's true, except she spends so much time out there talking on the media. It's like, ain't got time to be doing much, do you dare, Pammy? So I have an issue with Pam Bondi. I still have hopes for Kash Patel, even though Kash Patel, come on, man. He's always been such a bulldog and going in hot and doing stuff. He may still doing some stuff behind the scenes. I do believe so. But it's not the blitzkrieg. Yes, hate to use that. Sorry, lefties will love that. Clip it. Lefties will love hearing blitzkrieg. Oh my God, he said a German thing. But it's not the blitzkrieg we needed Kash to do. And honestly, I know that, I hate when your brain goes bzzzt. Dan Bongino posted here, even recently on his own X account, from his official one, saying, hey, it doesn't look like it, but there is stuff going on behind the scenes. I get it, but they need to step it up because we are in limited time. And we need things to get back to the level they were the first 30 days of Trump's, maybe 30, 40 days of Trump's term. We need to get back to that. We need stuff happening now because there are people starting to get a little restless. And he needs to maintain and keep, solidify backing for the midterms. If he doesn't get moving soon, we will lose support for the midterms. That's a fact. Like it or not, the economy he really needs to make a move on. The economy is one of the biggest things. And the other one is the border. And you're going to say, oh, he's got the border closed and there's barely anybody. And it's not even a trickle of piss. And you're right. But he campaigned on, and even MSNBC and CNN polls show, most of America don't want these little deportations. They want mass deportations. They've deported what? Maybe 1,000 to 2,000 people out of 20, 30 million? That is anemic. Especially when we know where all the illegals are. Not all, but a huge portion. Where the government kept some records of where these people are. Some of these people are. And we know where a lot of them are. Once again, I'm not going to stop hammering this in every stream or almost every video I put out until they get off their dicks and do it. Tom Homan, pay the frig attention. Kristi Noem, pay attention. We have hotels full of them in big cities, in the sanctuary cities. You go surround them. You get on the PA, you go, and I'm going to keep stating this. You got 30 minutes to get the frig down here, line up, and take everything back you can carry. You're going home. But if we come get you in 30, 40 minutes, you will take your clothes. We may not even let you take any American cash with you. So get your ass down here. That would get thousands and thousands. Not only would it get thousands in every damned city out, which would make everybody in these damn cities' lives a lot better. Chicago, New York, LA, you name it. But it would send a shockwave of fear into the illegal alien community. We have had some self-deportations. I've talked about it many times. There is a neighborhood I drive through in Moline that is an illegal alien neighborhood. Everything in it is Spanish, all the signs, and the only ones that aren't are the official city signs, all the billboards and grocery stores. Everything almost is in Spanish. It's a known place for illegal aliens. And since Trump came into office, I will admit this, when he started doing some of these arrests and everything, get rid of some of the criminals, illegal aliens, it's much thinner than it used to be. One of the neighborhoods like that in Davenport is also thinned out a lot. So that's a good thing. There is easily much less vehicles there now. It's noticeable. Even my wife, who doesn't pay much attention, goes, where are all the cars? There are usually cars lined up back, bumper to bumper, parked in those neighborhoods. Now, there are monstrous gap areas where she's noticed. Another friend drives through there. He's like, hey, have you noticed the neighborhood down here has got a lot less? I'm like, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of self-deportations, or at least hiding. We go and get these, what I call box lunch illegal aliens. They're boxed up in a big lunchbox for us. kick them out, get them out of here, and then you will see a lot more self-deportations. I also say Trump is being way too nice about this. Go after the banks. We are not supposed to have illegal aliens. Look at the ID you, me, and everybody else has to have to get a bank account in this country, to get a credit card, to buy a car, to send our kids to school. Yet an illegal alien comes in. I was in my local credit union about a year ago, and this is not the first time this happened. I'm waiting in line. This guy walks in, doesn't speak any English, gets a teller that finally speaks Spanish, comes over to him. They gibber. She goes back and talks to somebody else in the back, and you could hear her talking to the manager or whatever, that this guy has no ID, but he wants to get money out of his account. And they said, well, okay, fine, let him. The fuck? All you do is give his name and shit. So illegal aliens don't have to have any of the stuff you and I do. How are they getting accounts? How are they getting houses? How are they getting loans? How are they getting cars? How are they doing any of the stuff that you and I need ID for? All the stuff our kids need to go to school. These people don't have shot records or nothing. That's why we have TB and measles coming back in America, let alone a couple respiratory illnesses that my doctors for my lungs have been warning me about. Yeah, these just popped up. Only one of my doctors was friggin' honest enough to tell me what it was. The others go, yeah, we don't know how these have come back to America suddenly. We haven't seen them here for 50 to 100 years, some of these. Only one of my doctors, one of the younger ones, had the balls to go, it's the fucking illegal aliens. They're bringing in tons of shit that we're not used to having. We haven't had to vaccinate for 100 years. But yeah, so I think Trump needs to step it up on deportations and the economy. He's got to get these rolling. And I'd say he's got another 3 to 4 months till he becomes terminal on, if he hasn't done big steps by then, the midterms are going to be an absolute shit show. Because they start getting ready, start campaigning for the midterms coming up in 4 to 6 months. I know you're going, well, it's a year and a half, 2 years away. No, they really start the low-end campaigning in about 6 months. Trump needs to get that foot in there and be doing good things right up to those midterms, or it's not going to look good. Yeah. How you doing today, Ray? What is going on in your corner of the area? So, yeah. Like I said, guys, I got some topics and stuff to discuss, but feel free to bring in any others. Feel free to push back. I am not upset about that. Also, if you ever wonder how to get a hold of me or suggest topics or just watch other plays, my links for my other media is in the description for this video, including my Rumble page, my X, and Instagram. So, also, you can find me on First Amendment QC. I post over there with, well, my friend Ray on Facebook. So, feel free to check that out. But let me pull myself over here, and we are going to talk a little bit about something that's been darned ignored. I am not a happy puppy about it either. But it's par for the course with the left. The shooting at the Wilmer-Hutchins school, yeah, it's barely anybody knows about it. I know that only people that pay attention to the news have really heard much about this. A channel I watch, Heavy Duty Country, was talking about, he is based in Texas. And he was talking about how he pays attention to news feeds, and he has barely seen a peep of this outside of Texas. And I've checked the news feeds, and there is a little blurb or two now today, but they're still hammering the Abrego Garcia. Oh, Maryland man. They're still really trying to get on that. They're trying to set up so you can't deport anybody. This guy, they're making the smooth brain lefties think Abrego Garcia is a citizen. He is not a citizen. That's why they keep saying Maryland man. That's why they keep hammering Trump. Oopsie, they made a mistake and deported him. They're trying to make the smooth brains think that Trump has deported an American citizen. That is the game they're playing. So, yeah, it is uncool. What they're doing is very dishonest and some would say outright evil. They do not give a rat's ass about the facts. Sorry, I don't know how do your glasses get so dirty? I rode motorcycle, I had my glasses on. I get it, but man, they're sunglasses. But no, that's what they're trying to do with Abrego Garcia. They are trying to make it sound to the smooth-brained lefties who will just listen to a headline or a quick news blurb from their lefty bubble and never look and go find out, wait a minute, this man was adjudicated. He did have his due process. He was adjudicated twice to be an MS-13 gang member. And now other stuff has come out where he was picked up by the Biden administration and was suspected of trafficking younger people. Yeah. And they knew about that then. And there's other stuff's come out about this guy. This guy had more than enough due process. He was kept in here because, we're afraid another gang is going to off him in El Salvador, so we can't send this gang member. It's not our problem. He's a member of a gang. If he gets in a fight with another gang member from another gang, that's his problem. Too bad. So sad. I don't feel for you. It is not our problem. But that's all gone. Bukele has made El Salvador now the safest country in the hemisphere from being the most unsafe. Those gangs are nothing to worry about anymore. Now he can be sent back. That's the whole reason of the stay in the first place. But he was still left here trafficking people and trafficking drugs and other stuff. He was picked up more than once after this. Still doing shit with his MS-13 people. So yeah, it is goofy. Celtic Spirits, hey, how's it going? Democrats don't plan to pander to Latinos. Thank you. How you doing, Celtic? I don't know if it's the Democrats trying to pander to maybe some Latinos. The ones that actually will use the phrase Latinx. Those are the only ones they can be pandering to anymore. I think it's more pandering to their far left foot soldiers, the I will ride and die hate Trump people. That Trump could actually, honestly, if Trump said, I love air is the best thing ever, take deep breaths and enjoy it, these people would hold their breaths until they croaked. That is how goofy they are. And yes, I have one or two of those in my family. I have one or two of those in my family. I think the same thing about Illinois. You know, Illinois has a Democrat supermajority. Well, and it's the most corrupt state in the union, one of the highest tax states in the union, number 3 in losing population because of the Democrat supermajority for decades. What do those family members do? Well, it'd be worse if the Republicans had it. The fuck? But that's the people I think they're talking to, Celtic. I think the only ones they're talking about are these far left, smooth-brained foot soldiers. Half the ones out there doing the protests today we'll talk about in a little bit. But I digress. This school shooting at Wilmer-Hutchins. And this is not the first. This school's got problems. Unlike last year, when there was another one, Dallas Independent School District officials, or Integrated School District, sorry, said Tuesday's shooting was not a result of protocol failures. Okay. You're never going to be able to stop every crazy nut or evil nutbag with a firearm. There's nothing you can do. And if you get rid of firearms, and then what do you get? You get some nutbag with a knife or a boom boom thing. You gotta watch saying that on YouTube. YouTube does not have freedom of speech like Rumble. That's why when I'm just on Rumble, sometimes it's freeing. YouTube, you have to dance. But no, you can never stop crazy. I mean, look what happens in the UK. People are stabbed. They got acid attacks and boom boom attacks and people running whole crowds down with vehicles and doing weird crap on the subways and stuff. You can never stop crazy or evil. The best way to slow or stop crazy or evil is to have everybody else at least have the right to be equally armed to protect themselves. So yeah. But whew, this whole shooting was way ignored. As I was saying a little bit ago, heavy duty country. Feel free to look him up on YouTube. He is based in Texas. He talks about how, man, outside of his area, you barely hear this on the news. And he's on a lot of the news feeds also. It's been very heavily ignored. Why? What do you think? Huh. Well, we can read about all this. We know the kid got in there with a .40 caliber. Thankfully, nobody has been offed. But why do we think this was ignored? Well, let's get to it. That's why. No media coverage. Yeah. Yesterday there was a mass, at a deaf school in Dallas. Sorry, some things you got to watch saying in order on YouTube for those you don't know. I'm sure Celtic knows. This is why the incident disappeared. Wow, English. Yeah, it disappeared because of that right there. I'll say it, 100%. If this had been the other way around, if it's a brown-skinned person or a trans person, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to release it. They want to hide any manifesto. They want to hide anything to do with it. It doesn't go with the narrative. Remember the whole narrative of, oh my God, all the Asians being attacked in the country. It's bad. Darn MAGA people attacking the Asians. And then all the videos came out and all the police reports came out showing exactly who it was attacking the Asian people in America. Oh no, it was the brown-skinned peoples. And suddenly, holy shit, they ran from that narrative like crazy. They knew that. They had access. What stopped them is sometimes they're still not used to the internet being able to check them and their lies. They got checked. They lost their narrative. They're still trying to live once in a while like the internet doesn't exist, that people can't just find this stuff because they want to speak to their smooth brains. Their foot soldiers out there, the dum-dums, the, oh, I heard this, so I must automatically believe it types. There's people that still believe that. Well, God, MAGA people were attacking Asians. I heard that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, dude, look it up. That's not what happened. They still think this. All right, Celtic, back in the 1980s, students drove their pickup trucks to school. Yes, Celtic, I went to one of them schools. I went to a school in the middle of nowhere. It's not that close to me anymore, but Rock Ridge High School, Edgington, Illinois. Very rural. Very rural. Edgington is a postage stamp of a town. I think it consists of a hardware store, a little country store, tiny gas station, and now a teeny restaurant. It's like you could drive by too fast, you're going to miss it. But I went to school there, and yes, I remember a fellow student who actually went squirrel hunting before class, and God help me, back in the day you could do this. He actually brought his dead squirrels into the school with him, put them in his locker, along with, and the principal knew this, his unloaded hunting. I think he used a 22 or a rifle that time. But there were other students that had a 410 in their lockers. But yeah, like you said, Celtic, I remember many a vehicle with a rack in the back window that had firearms in it. On school grounds, nobody freaked the frig out. So you are 100% right. Gun rack in the back with 1+ hunting rifle. Nobody's scared. No, they are teaching people to be afraid of firearms on purpose. It is take control. If we get people afraid of firearms or anybody that has one, ooga booga, that's just power for them. Everything these people do is preaching to gain power. So yes, you're 100% right. I remember that dude. He was a weird guy though. But yeah, he brought a couple dead squirrels in and his rifle and went in the locker, and my principal knew. They didn't much care about the squirrels. They didn't tell him to take the dead squirrels out of his locker. Somebody told him that. He's like, and somebody come into class, did you put dead squirrels in your locker? Yeah, it's really hot out. I don't want them to cook. He's like, lay them in the shade outside by the wall of the school or something. Don't put them in your locker. So he did have to go bring them out, but didn't tell him to take that firearm out. Just couldn't have it loaded in the school. But yeah, nobody was scared. Everything the left does lately is a narrative to bring fear and power and separation. They have a narrative right now that anybody that supports Trump is bad. Anybody that's on the center or the right is bad and violent. Only Caucasian types are bad and violent. You got to watch out for them. All math and crime statistics prove the exact opposite. That's why this narrative here, they have spent decades building this narrative. They do not like their narrative threatened. They miss the days where you watched the news and just believed everything they said because there was no other way to really look it up. You could check the newspaper the next day. That's about it. Now, with all the instant stuff, being able to scroll through X, for me to be able to hunt down this story in a matter of minutes. It is so much out here. And they've lost control of the narrative, and they hate it. I do agree that, like some people like Tim Pool are saying, there's a reckoning coming back on us, though. They aren't going to take it laying down that they're losing the narrative. They are already, they've got a crap load of money, these mainstream media people. They're already looking and trying to hunt for their Joe Rogan. Try to put their people out, like Harry Sisson. Put their people out to try to bring the narrative back to them. Bring it back their way. Take control. But yeah, this is just freaky. Walks in. The thing is, it looks like he was supposedly targeting one student directly. So that's a little nutty. What? I hope this is not the actual direct camera feed from that school. That is freaky. Walks up to that kid while he's sitting there trying to scoot away. What type of animals? Ugh. I'll say it. Want to bet who his family votes for? Just saying. No, that's, yeah. Huh. Wonder. I like that cop's face. Dude, you're lucky there's cameras around. You are lucky. That boy right there is like, oh. I'm tired of these little fatherless, not sure, these little black thugs making all of us look bad. He's tired of it. That man right there is just tired of it. He's like, oh, you little prick. You know what? I think I'd like to see a lot of the black community. I think a lot of them would love to take care of this element of their own. I think sometimes it's like, you know what? Let's do a trial of their peers, all right? Let's bring out every non-ghetto speaking, non-pants hanging off your ass professional black person out there who's done stuff with their lives no matter where they grew up. That'll be your jury. Oh, you think the rest of us may be tough on some of these little pricks. Oh, no. People like this man right here became cops and this guy for a reason. Because I know what's happening in their community. They would do a lot to stop it. Make them this guy's jury. Woof. You would get some stuff done. Why we didn't hear about anything about the black dude that shot 5 at the Dallas school yesterday? Not even an effing peep. Yeah. I did not even know about it the first day or two. Seriously. And I'm on news feeds. I didn't know about it. And then it's like, hey, what's this little boy? Oh, led me down a rabbit hole where I was watching Heavy Duty Country. This has got to stop. This is why we can't believe the media, why the media is not popular. Also, when Democrats try to hide this crap all the time, too. I mean, god dang, you got Jasmine Crockett out there being openly racist, and Maxine Waters being openly racist. My God, could you imagine if Marjorie Taylor Greene, or, hey, even Donald Trump, who they say is the most racist person we've ever had in the White House, imagine if he said shit like she does. Holy gods. They say racist crap all the time. But, oh yeah, Trump's the racist. Yep, I mean, this is where you got it. You go on the internet and it's everywhere. You go to mainstream media, nothing. It's almost radio silence. They're starting to talk about it now because they were getting called out enough, but it still ain't very, up there very much. Black shooter 2 days ago got hardly any coverage. They snuck into the school by another student and opened fire and injured 4 students. Where's the outcry? Yeah. I'm going to say, especially since this school has had this happen before. I would also look at the student who let him in. What the colorful F were you doing? My gods. Didn't we have another one just a while back where somebody let another kid in and they did some crap like this? Start prosecuting these little pricks letting them in. It's pure stupidity. But yeah, these These little thugs. Thug is not a racist word. I don't care who did it, but all I know is we have a narrative here and a stereotype because it happens too often. And the media covers this crap up only one way. If his name was Jim Bob and he was wearing a MAGA hat, holy shit, that would be blasted 59 minutes out of every hour on the mainstream media. My Lord. Even that car salesman, Sean Hannity, would be trying to climb up Jim Bob's ass and figure out why Jim Bob was so evil. Used car salesman, Sean Hannity. Sorry, I can't stand that guy. He gives me a used car salesman vibe, and I feel slimy if I watch anything of his. But no, they'd be climbing all over it. Billy Joe Jim Bob, big redneck white boy did that. They'd be, what the hell? They'd be all over it. Sorry, I almost went Hank Hill there. And you won't hear that shit in the news because the shooter was, he was less melanated. Less melanated criminals never get any attention. Yeah, and it's all over here. The fact that you can have so many posts online. And the bad thing is, I don't know, I didn't look, how old is this kid? 17. 17. I would like him to be, where is that? There it is. I would like him to see real problems. So, yeah. Whoa, that's not good. Why is that circling? Hang on. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. Hang on. It's not supposed to be doing that. What the heck? Why is it doing that? Excellent connection, so I'm not sure what that is doing. Okay, that was weird. Sorry. Studio issue. Wow, okay. Working fine now. But 17 years old. Let me boink. Sorry, sometimes when you do changes, there's stuff in the studio that you don't want other people to see. Just me going to that screen, there's nothing, but changes sometimes open up a window that gives them some metadata away. But no, this kid is 17. I am beside myself that we have another 17-year-old child that is now tried. At least nobody had lost their lives so far in this one. I don't think the others say they're going to, but we have another, what I consider a child pretty much, that has tried to end people. And he did it in public. When there's other innocent people around. He didn't even care to find the person that was his target off somewhere. Oh no. He had to walk into a public place full of other people and do this. Has no shits to give about anybody's life. Zip, zero, zilch. No shits to give in his eyes. And I'm not saying, I'm trying to tell him how to do stuff. No, I'm saying, geez, he hated somebody, wanted to take them out, and he decided to do it around a bunch of other people, and they catch lead too. And I'm not saying there's no good way of doing this, YouTube. Zero. He should never do this. But my God, he didn't want to go do it when the person was out, where they wouldn't be around other people and other people get it. Nope. No, he felt like going to do the most damage fucking possible. Screw up as many people's lives as possible. Gives less than a shit. And unfortunately, I'm sad that this young kid has done this, but you got to hammer him. All these little thugs have got to know you do this shit. And you are going away for a long, long time. As far as I'm concerned, he should not see daylight outside of a jail cell for 20 years. If he had ended even one person, it should be never. That's not an accident when you take and walk into a school, locked and loaded, ready to go, and do this crap. I'm only saying 20 years because he didn't end anybody. If he'd ended anybody, that is life. I'm sorry, you're done. You don't get to plan something like this in a school. It is insane. And we have a problem. I'm sorry. It is mostly the black community that keeps doing this shit. They end themselves at a crazy level. They end other people around them at a crazy level. There's like 8% of the population or 6% of the population out there, total, out of 12 to 14%, maybe 5 or 6% of them are the ones committing most of these crimes in America. They're the ones doing most of the violent crime by all FBI and police statistics. So yeah. And I don't like living in a country where if I walk by a fellow white person, I'm not as freaked out as if I walk by, yes. And you have to be by the math. If a brown guy is dressed ghetto, pants hanging off, he's all walking ghetto, got his hat sideways with a bandana or something, automatically I'm looking sideways. Of course, I'm probably looking sideways at that person no matter what color that skin is, because that's some ghetto shit. But just math says, I'm sorry, your side eye is going to be looking if the person gives you a little bit of a reading. We shouldn't have this. Black community needs to fix themselves. They need to big time. Mainstream black culture doesn't teach that fathers should be in the home. No, they don't. You're right. They idolize what I call the gangsta culture. I've taken some little heat over that, but they idolize the gangsta culture. Look at most of the music they listen to. It's not nothing to do with good families, anything. You look at rap. What was considered rap and pop music from the 80s and 70s and stuff. It was love songs and songs about getting, you and your girl getting frisky together, and you and your woman, and you have a kid, and upbeat, friendly, poppy stuff, and it was really good stuff. But now it's just my bees and my hoes and everything else, and my badass N-words gonna go out and pop some caps. And it is a cultural problem. You got celebrities from NBA, NFL, and all these other rich people who you go, hey, they escaped the ghetto. Good on you, dude. You got out of the ghetto. You got out of the trailer park. You're a multi-millionaire. You're a celebrity. You're a movie star, sports person, whatever. And they go back and gangbang. They will be caught in a gangbanging incident or caught in a shooting incident. And you're like, what the fuck? There is a problem in their culture that they still think they need to go back and do that. So yes, Celtic, you're 100% right. They do not teach that the father should be in the home. In fact, they think it's kind of neato. And here's my problem. Okay, the men are one problem. But what are you women doing? Is it still about the welfare you get? And I don't even like that. I cringe when I hear the phrase, my baby daddy, my baby mama. Ugh. This is my baby daddy. This is one of my baby's dad. Oh, I've heard that one a lot lately. This baby's daddy. Or this is one of my baby's daddies. This is one of my baby mamas. It's like, oh my God. So it's stupid. Neither is white liberalism. No, you're right. And Celtic, that is why liberals are they're disappearing themselves. That is why they're trying to indoctrinate kids in schools. So yeah, Celtic, you're nailing it really well, because they're after everybody's kids because they're not having kids. They're all pro-abortion. They're all pro-trans, pro-gay, pro-this, pro-stuff that doesn't make kids. Heterosexuality, keeping human race going since ever. They're not having kids. And even the ones that are heterosexual couples are going, oh my God, I can't bring a child into this world. Greeny damage. Oh, I don't want a child to fart and hurt the climate. Or they don't want to bring kids in because they are the single people that are happy going, I don't want a kid. I'm a selfish prick. I want to live my life and go travel and do all this stuff at Aruba and do me for my life, like Chelsea Handler. So yeah, you got that. So yes, Celtic, you're right. They're not having kids. Who's having kids? People near the center and people on the right. That is why the youngest people right now in America have shifted to the right, because those people on the right have been having kids. And now they're growing up enough, or they're getting to that age, and there's starting to be a shift to the right. That's why the left is apoplectic. That's why they are after everybody's kids in school right now. Indoctrinate those kids because they need kids. They need to do something because they're off on themselves. They are a self-ending problem if they don't do something. So yeah, MAGA folks don't commit crimes. No. Who's the fascist? Liberals isn't fascism. Yes. That is one of the biggest fallacies. You still have the media always talking about, well, yeah, this happened from this lefty. But most of the violence is still from the right. Yeah. Oh yeah. And you go, okay, show me Show me the righties committing violence. Show me the ones walking into schools. Show me the ones trying to take out presidential candidates. Show me the ones burning down $2 billion worth of cities. Show me the ones, remember back in 2015. The hands up, don't shoot. You look at all the riots, protests, fights, burnings, and the only thing that is all lefty, the only thing they can come up with against the right is, J6. Then you got counter right away. Yeah, May 29th, 2020. An actual insurrection where they tried to attack the White House. Took down fences at the White House, burned guard posts, burned a church, injured 200 plus Secret Service and Washington, D.C. police officers. Yeah, that was an insurrection. The president had to be put in a bunker. Hey, buddy, you can go lay down for a little bit, big dog. Don't knock stuff over with your big head. Sorry, I have a 95-pound Chesapeake Bay Retriever here who now wants attention. But yeah, liberalism is fascist. And once again, they project. Antifa, we're anti-fascist. Bullshit. Everything you espouse is fascist. They always call themselves the opposite of what they are, or call you what they actually are. They project. They think, well, I'm calling myself anti-fascist, so I'm not anti-fascist. Oh, whatever. It's like me calling my dog a cat. He's still a dog. Well, even though, since they say, I'm a boy today, but I might be a girl tomorrow, then I'll be a boy again the next day. Yeah. Seems they have a problem in general. Sorry, just looking over there. Okay, there, it's worked. So yeah, they have a problem in general, it seems. All right, let's move on from this. But yeah, we know the media's game. It's just getting tiresome, and a lot of people are getting tired of it. Mark Dice made a video talking about some of the more melanated criminal stuff going on in our country. The Austin Metcalf shooting, this, and a couple others. He's like, America's getting tired of it. Heavy Duty Country made a video a while back where he's talking about white lives matter. Y'all better start being careful. You are maybe 12% of the population, and ain't all 12% of you doing this. It's only maybe 4 to 5% of you actually doing this shit. You will lose against 60% of the population. You will lose badly. And he was talking about how, gangbangers think they're badass. You don't go up against ex-military guys and guys that grew up with firearms for fun. You will not win that. You and your switch. Your switch is wildly short range and inaccurate. So don't be doing that stuff. But he was talking about, how this is not something they want to push. All right. We're going to move on to some of the anti-Trump rallies. And this is put on mostly by the 501 protest. Sorry. I had a snack when I got home from the gym, and guess hot sauce and a lot of hot sauce on a sandwich was a bad move. 501 is short for 50 protests, 50 states, one movement. Originally an abbreviation of 50 protests, 50 states, one day. It's a grassroots, kind of hate that saying, grassroots. It's just a bunch of grass involved. Somebody's smoking a lot of grass. Political organization founded to, good, my dog come down and annoyed my purifier, so sorry about the hum you're about to hear in the background as it goes nuts for the next 20 minutes. Sometimes I turn it off. I don't know how loud that really is to you guys, but it's obnoxious to me. I may have to go turn that off because that is bothersome. It's a big white thing you can see over my shoulder back there. And he must have stirred something up because it is going nuts. Organization founded to protest the policies and actions of the second Trump administration. The group organized nationwide protests on February 5th, another nationwide No Kings on President's Day demonstration on the 17th of February, and a third on March 4th, 2025. Thousands of people participating. Yeah, they didn't get anywhere near the people they keep saying they're going to get. They never do. I love these people because, one, yes, you have the right to protest in this country. You really do. Protesting is 100% freedom of speech. But I love because these very same people were the ones that sounded like parrots during the election. Democracy, democracy, until they lose. Just like normal. Every time a Democrat or a leftist loses, then suddenly they don't give a rat's ass about democracy. It's always impeach Trump. But democracy. Impeach Trump. Remove him. We gotta end him. There are tons of them still saying that. End him. But you were screeching democracy. I have gone on Reddit and I've reposted a couple of these people saying this stuff. Hey, here's you during the election. Democracy must be followed. And democracy. When you were being told by your mainstream media, Kamala's going to win this, you believed in democracy. But now when you lose, suddenly we got to end him, take him down, arrest him, whatever it means. Now suddenly, fuck democracy. That's the left. Hey, Rebexy, what's up, man? Rebexy is hiding in the northern parts of the UK where it's a little more sane. Not the other parts of the UK that may actually be lost. Where they arrest people, 30 a day for memes and hurtful comments. Crazy shit going on. But yeah, this is the 50501 movement. So, sorry, I was scrolled down. All these people. I did like this one. This is one for Laura Loomer. This girl, I'll tell you what, like her or hate her, and there's times I've had either thought of her. She really is a bulldog when it comes to... She's like the female Dan Bongino. She is tough. She comes up with a lot of stuff, too. Oh, I like this. Identical printed signs were neatly arranged outside the White House today for anti-Trump protesters to hold. We recorded this video just before 50501, or 50501, however you want to say it, and the Party for Socialism and Liberation's anti-Trump rally began. That's a mouthful. The Party for Socialism and Liberation. The PSL? Pretty close to the, Palestinian Liberation and the PLO. Almost PLL there, guys. The PSL. Someone is placing signs for protesters to hold. I did notice there's a lot less of these protesters now since we got rid of USAID and all the other stuff. They also have the cool little pussy hats and other stuff they used to have. Some of the signs are still pretty good, but you don't have as much of that USAID money and all that free money flowing in. Celtic, and no, I've known Rebexy a long time. He's a friend of mine. He lives in I can give away his country, but Scotland. He's out there. He's not down around London with all the problems going on and stuff. He's hiding a long ways away going, screw that. Well, a bit of a win. Yeah, your Supreme Court. Dude. Okay, you just squirreled me. I'm going to take that squirrel and run with it. Dude, I was shocked that your Supreme Court did that. Did anybody have on their bingo card last week that the UK Supreme Court was going to say, nope, the trans stuff, it's BS. You're a woman, you're a man, that's it. I did not have that on my bingo card at all for last week. Whoa. That was a surprise. I was watching, I can't remember who it was I was watching, but there, was it Crowder? Might have been Crowder or Gerald was on that day or something. They were talking about something, and they were shocked. These are people that really do this. They have staff and everything else that glean through this stuff. And wow, wasn't that they were shocked. I think CNN was shocked, and MSNBC and everybody else looking through going, what the hell? It's great. Funny, I don't see the screeching and screaming about how it's going to end. How this is going to be the deaths of trans people. They're going to end them. So when the UK does it, it's like, oh, that's bad, but if we did it, holy bejesus. Of course, you got people in the UK hatcheting, pickaxing, and beating the crap and lighting Teslas on fire. Maybe you should pay more attention to your government there, people in the UK. Just saying. But yeah, what a win for the people in the UK, which is rare these days. It's crazy. They will arrest you if you make a joke that annoys somebody or hurts your fifis. But they just told trans... Dude, the UK Supreme Court just did something what we considered offensive to the public of UK. Considered offensive by the lefties. Because if you go out and say in public and make a trans joke, or say, I believe there's only 2 men, women, that's it, the cops might still arrest you. But then the Supreme Court goes, nope. They just say it. I mean, I'm going to see. I am crazy to find out if they actually, if they back off on some of the arresting now for some of the wording. Stop arresting comedians. There's American comedians that used to go over to the UK that won't go now because they're like, shit. They don't know what joke might set somebody off. I mean, my God. Could you imagine if we could clone George Carlin and bring him back right now and drop him in the middle of the UK? Whoa! Holy crap. They'd be like Hiroshima. Hardly any Teslas there. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter. Why is your lefties beating up and pissy at Elon over what's going on in our government? Is it just because the money he's found that our government was funneling, there was a lot of it going to some of the lefties in your country too? Actually, we know that was. They were actually giving some money to the BBC and some other government agencies. And people in our country went, the fuck? No. So I don't know if that's it or not, but what the shit? Left is whack no matter where they are. Yes. The biggie take from it was sex and gender now kind of back to being the same thing, which is what they've always been. It's always been that way. Whether you were gay or straight, this is it. This is science. My vet has never asked my cats what my cat's pronouns are, and I've never had to go, well, yes, this is my cat Jax. He's a cisgender cat. I mean, this is stupid. I don't get to identify. Now in the UK, you can't identify as a deerkin one day, a girl the next, and a boy the next. I mean, that is crazy. I'm still wondering if in some areas the police are still going to arrest people for saying stuff like that. Will your police follow your Supreme Court since they're actually already not following your laws on speech? Even though you have that crazy law about certain speech, but being bad enough you can arrest people. But dude, people make a joke and they can be arrested. You're dragging old people out of homes that can't walk for making an online post that hurt somebody's fee-fees. Woof. I'm hoping this is your country trying to come back. Because man, oh man, I've talked to some other people over there and they are freaked out by what's going on. Yeah. There are people that come over here to be on shows over here like Timcast and other shows, and they're like afraid when they go home that it might be used against them. You had the London police chief keep spouting that he's going to try to arrest Americans for online posts. It's like, what the fuck is that? And it's like, good luck. So I don't get it. Holy crap. Holy shit. Holy crap, Celtic. What did you just... I do not know that. I am Scotch-Irish, but I do not know that. I'm old Scotch-Irish. As you can see, that's my ring. My wife had made for me. Hers is actually engraved with all the Celtic stuff and everything else. Because she also has a lot of the same background as I do. Genetics there. Let's see. I'd say sex and gender, same thing. Agreed? What? As for the whole gender fluid crap, at least we know what you are. Yeah. Gender fluid. That always leaves a nasty thought in my mind. What kind of fluid? Yeah. There's some fluids you don't want to touch. There's some fluids you don't want to get on you. There's some fluids you're like, I am not walking near that. What kind of fluid? I'm gender fluid. Cool. I'm gender solid. That's what we should have come back with. You're gender fluid. I'm gender rock. I'm gender solid. That's it. I'm this. Gender solid. Done. Over. You still need to explore my castle. What was it? Farquharson? I'm not, if I say that wrong, I'm so sorry. I would love to see you do it. My dad's health is so bad, is at the point now where he knows he can't fly over there. So, yeah. If you ever get a chance, dude, that'd be great. That will be the Met corrupt to the core, yeah. Yeah, Rebecca, see, that police chief in London has come out a bunch of times now, and he keeps saying he's going to try to start prosecuting Americans for making posts online he doesn't like. He's like, ugh. All right, salty fluids. Well, you hope it's salty, not gooey. It's like Ghostbusters. Ew, I've been slimed, slap on his face. Yeah. Egon, your ooze. Or your mucus. Isn't that what he said? Egon, your mucus. Imagine the 1800s when witches showed up as cats, but the cats were gender confused. Oh, God. No. What new death invention would have been invented? Oh, God. Oh. You know what? In America, during the Salem witch trials, imagine if somebody came out one day, Bob suddenly walked in as Jenny next day in Salem. You got big old Bob dressed up in a woman's outfit going, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl. They're gonna, oh yeah, you're getting the dunk tank. You're getting the steak. Wonder if that's what happened. Maybe some of them were, by the way, I've lost my mind. I am this now. It's like, no. Witchcraft. Gender fluid is something you use to top up your trans. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen it. I've posted on X a couple times a picture of a General Motors 4L80E transmission. And my only caption was, this is a tranny. One time, X didn't let me post that. They thought I was saying something. And so I disputed. I said, this is just a picture of the transmission out of my 2007 Chevy Avalanche, which is, if you look it up, a 4L80E. They relented and let me post it with that caption. This is a tranny. I also did another post another time on Facebook where it's like, I miss when this was what everybody thought when you said tranny. And I had a picture of a transmission for a car. Facebook kind of gave me a stink eye, but then they let it go after I also said it was for one of my vehicles. Oh, no. Gender fluid, trans fluid. I don't know. Oof. Boy, you got to watch it now. That brings up a whole thing. Rebecca brought up something nasty. So when you say I need some tranny fluid, anybody's ever worked in an auto shop knows that. Hey, dude, can you bring me another quart of tranny fluid? Oh, this thing's low on tranny fluid. This thing's low on trans fluid. Say it all the time. Now it's like, oh. Because I don't want to know what transmission fluid is. Most stunk of cat piss. Yeah. Oh, Lordy. But yeah, thanks for the squirrel there, Rebecca. But yeah, I am shocked. I am shocked as hell that your court did that. With all the anti-free speech and gotta get rid of katanas. And now they're actually thinking about getting rid of kitchen knives over a certain size. I did not see that coming. Just saying. Weird. All right. Well, back to these Trump protests. Sorry. But yeah, there's still money behind this. I like arrest. I like stuff like this. Once again, god dang, he squirreled me. I love this. You still got the smooth-brained lefties. Russian assets. Ugh. It was proven with actual documentation. Everything else, Hillary Clinton, Obama, and Comey were all behind that. It was a fake thing. These idiots, soft brain right here, is still spouting it. Arrest the MAGA in chief. He won the election. Once again, they do not believe in democracy. Democracy is only for them when they win. They only use it as a phrase. They don't believe in it. It's a word they can use to gain power. Urbexy, by the way, you think transmission fluid? Yes, I'm talking about transmission, YouTube. You think transmission fluid stinks? No. Gear lube for the rear end of a car. Ugh, that stuff's strong. All right. Another one of the little protests. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. We all know what they're doing. We all know they're stupid. They need to be mocked. They should 100% be mocked for this. Oh, the anti-Trump rallies are just gathering spot for people from the nursing homes who have a day pass. And that is a post. There were lefties that were young posting after the last round of these rallies or riots, or not riots, but rallies, protests, that they were disappointed how many young people were out there. That it seemed to be mostly 50s and up or 60s and up people. So, lefties, you're aging yourself out. You haven't been having enough kids. Ain't enough of you. So, yeah, this is obviously continued then today because I've seen multiple posts talking about it again now. There are mostly older folks in these crowds. So, uh-oh. All right. Quoted FSU paper Trump rally. Oh, yeah. That's the FSU guy. They tried to say he was a Trump supporter until pictures come out of him at anti-Trump rallies. Oopsie. Oopsie. Okay. Here, let me grab my headphones on this. I don't think we're going to hear anything cool, but I like to mock these people.
What we're doing the day before Easter? Got it. Watch this shit. This is New York.
No hate. Did you just hear that? They said no hate, no fear. No hate. Unless you're Trump or his supporters. Just saying. Once again, lefties say one thing, do another. They don't follow anything. They don't believe anything they say. No hate. Except for our enemies. Anybody we disagree with in any way. Hell, even Bill Maher is getting hate now. Because he met with Trump. How dare he? You know, I don't like Bill Maher, and I think he's a POS who started half of this crap we got going on now. He was spouting this shit forever when it was in. When it started to turn and looking like he was on the wrong side because it was turning against him and he was looking bad, then he changed. He made fun of people saying, hey, there's tampon stuff in the men's bathrooms in place. No, there's not. He pushed identity politics. He pushed DEI. He's pushed a lot of the Trump conspiracy crap. Now suddenly he's trying to be reasonable. Don't trust his butt. But we can take a little bit of the good out of it. Just don't trust him. Don't turn your back on Bill Maher. He'll switch right away tomorrow if he thinks it's an in thing again. If he thinks it's in vogue, he'll do it. But him meeting with Trump has gotten him a crap load of backlash because you cannot humanize Trump or his supporters at all. I admit I live in a pretty good area where I don't get too much crap for my 2 Trump hats and my 1 shirt. I do not get a lot of hate. I've had some issues, but I don't get too much. Thankfully, we're a little more human here.
They are, as long as they come in legally. And it's organized.
Bunch of smooth brains.
Listen to what she says.
Don't collaborate. Don't accommodate. Don't conciliate.
Is this like cheerleader?
Get in the streets. Stay in the streets.
No, great.
Showed us how.
did they now?
Millions of us! And stop Trump now!
You lost the election. Once again, they don't believe in democracy. You lost. You lost. She's touting North Korea? What the fuck? North Korea is her rally cry? Buh. Dum. Massive anti-Elon and anti-Trump rally. Filled with delusional sheeple who need to get a job. George Soros working overtime now. Yeah? 100%. I will say this. The crowds, we shall overcome. They've damaged that song. They have damaged that song. That song is just crap now. Sorry, I'm flipping around. Oops, sorry. Rumble, how you doing, Rumble? Yeah, that song. They've decimated that song. I will say, looking around the crowd, boy, there's a lot of white hair, blue hairs in there. There's a lot of 1970s, 60s looking clothing and blouses in there. Hunchback of Notre Dame right here in front of the camera. You got a 1960s hippie right there with his bandana or her bandana on. Yeah. Wow, I will say, if you look around, there's a couple young ones. But man, there's a lot of older folks in there. Wow. And I know, I keep getting older myself, and I'm like, Oh, my Lord. Bunch of loons. New York and Boston. See, now I love this. New York is an absolute shithole because of the Democrats. Joe Biden bringing in the illegals fudged up these cities. Yet they're still gonna crap all over Trump. Dude, you just spent 4 years having your cities decimated, taken over, money going away from you. You don't even have programs for your kids, your homeless, or your veterans, because it's all going to the illegal aliens, since the federal government's not paying for it anymore for you fuckers. And now you're going to bitch at Trump in big group? I am all for telling every sanctuary city, you get not a single federal tax dollar. Fuck off. If you're going to flout federal law, you're going to crap all over the president for trying to get these people out so you have some of your money back, so your city isn't becoming a shithole, then guess what? You can F off. No federal tax dollars. Good luck. Good luck. A lot of masks and COVID vaccine shedding. Oh, gods. That was the older one, but still, it's just hilarious. Oh, my God. These people are stupid. Anti-Trump protests in New York. These people are dumb. That's all I got. They are very, very dumb. Or let's be nice. Uneducated. How's that? I mean, that's just... All right, I'm about done looking at that stuff. Let me see what you guys are saying. Celtic Spirits Coven says, my tranny fluids change. It costs a lot. Did you know that some auto repair shops are now begging for tips because the actuary tables haven't been updated to the current inflation? Actuary tables for... Are you talking about shops where they pay flat rate or something? See, our shop didn't pay flat rate. We paid hourly. No shop that wants to keep good tax these days pay flat rate job. They pay hourly wage. The only ones in America that mostly the only ones in America that pay what they call flat rate is, it's pretty much piecework by what some dumb little book says for the job, which works really great on a car that's got 100,000 miles in a rusty environment. But it's only dealerships that pay that. And there's a reason dealerships have a huge amount of turnover. Because unless you're the guy who's been there 20 years, you are getting a shit work most of the time. So if that's what you mean, yeah. They are confused because they think democracy means Democrat policy. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, which is funny because we're not a democracy. That's something you try telling some of them, they really don't believe it. It's like, no, we're not a democracy. We're a democratic republic. We are a republic with democratic leanings, but we are an actual republic. But you can't tell these idiots that. They really think we are a democracy of some type. A straight democracy doesn't work well. Never has. Ever wonder why the largest traditional witchcraft coven in the world is against leftists? Because even the lefties, I'm sorry, I'm laughing before I even get into this, because even leftists who lied about allegiances were the same thing as the modern leftists. Yeah. Pretty much the lefties could never be trusted. They would say whatever got them power or whatever, or fooled you into following them, but then, yeah. You're right. Oh, Lordy. All right, I think we're going to scooch on over to a little more happy stuff. Let's see if I bookmarked anything good I thought I did. This is what lefties call a gotcha. They're trying to play gotcha on this. Because of this, well, you don't see this white guy getting in the news much because of often him. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. For stabbing Joe Ramirez to death during death in a fight at Texas high school. His $1 million bond was reduced to $175,000. If you go look at the case, it's not even close to the same thing, where somebody walks into a school with a firearm and caps them. Caps people. Or somebody in a stand, somebody touches somebody. This was a fight going on, and there's a whole lot to read on this. It's not a gotcha. They try, but it's not a gotcha. All right, let's see. I thought I had some better bookmarks in we could laugh at. Oh, Brago Garcia, I love it. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. It doesn't even appear on the home pages of the MSNBC or CNN. This school shooting. Nothing. Look at that. Huh. Isn't that weird? No. Judge says no evidence. White House is following her orders by deported man. Nope, and they won't. What do you want him to do? He's a citizen of El Salvador in El Salvador. Can't make him come back. This is, oh, hey, Urbexy, this is one that happened over in your area. The legacy media kept this story way down in the ranks in order to focus on Chris Caba, a violent gang member ended by the police. The officer dragged through the courts to please the mobs. Although cleared, the mobs continued. Meanwhile, this law-abiding citizen is brutally ended by an illegal immigrant. Legacy media and politicians silent. She was ended moments after leaving her job at an asylum seeker hotel. Found out about the attack because she was on her phone to a friend. So that happened over in Europe. So it's not just here. These people have got to be sent home. Got to be sent home. Even though I'm sorry, I'm Urbexy. I know where you're at, it seems to be a little better, but a lot of the UK may be lost. Where the names, all the names coming out now are Muslim or foreign names. There's almost no traditional British names of the kids now. There's whole no-go areas. You got your politicians hiding female assault gangs, assaulting female gangs, stuff going on. You've got, I think, unfortunately, a lot of the UK is this deep, deep crap. I think that's where we would have been after 4 years of Kamala got through, if she was able to continue the Trump stuff. So, yeah. Oh, hey, let me see if I can, this is back at the kid who shot at the school. I'm sorry, I meant to have this in there. I got it out of order. I'm going to apologize. Boy, can you guys hear that purifier behind me? Is my mic doing a good job keeping that out? Because that is bothersome. Ugh.
I love all my peoples, man. Nigga told me he was gonna kill me. All these niggas told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened. I love my Sandra. I love the nigga behind this camera. I love Yana. I love my nieces and nephews. All of them. I want everybody to know I love them. People named that I didn't name, trust me, I love you. I can't think right now. But I love y'all. This is my last time fucking around be seeing y'all. Last time talking to y'all. Excuse my language. But I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did. But I didn't want to do it. But I had to do it. I'll be damned if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing shit about it. My mama gone. My granny gone. Everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground. And I know that's really what y'all, come on now. I know y'all don't want to see me dead. Come on now. What? Kill myself. But I know that's not what y'all want me to do. So let's be for real, y'all. I love y'all. All right.
All tatted up already at 17, talking gangster. You did just end yourself. You didn't have to go in and do that. Oh no, we'll go pop off in a school instead of talking to administrators and doing something if there's something going on. This is stupid. He had the wherewithal after doing this while he's driving to make a video with obviously a buddy there helping him. Probably the buddy hoped to get him into school. That is stupid. Oh, he's canceling doing it, I think? Okay. That's good. Because this mic, I got the mic set up. It's not supposed to pull too many sounds from a certain distance. But yeah, it's really being annoying back there to me. I mean, this kid, geez. Oh, I had to. No, you did not. And if your mom and your granny got put in the ground, what did they do? Who were they around? Were they around little thugs like you? No self-awareness. No dad in the home by the sounds of it. Look at him driving around thugging. Just did this crap and he's all thugging. Making a video. Jeez. Alright. Let's see here. Oh my God. Celtics, you're killing me. I don't even know what you're saying about me. Don't want to know. Oh, lordy, lordy. No, I don't know that speak, Celtic. Holy crap. Which is, I think my dad actually knows a little bit. So, but yeah, I do not. Whew. If that's you saying you got to take off for a while, Celtic, I understand. I know you like to get around and check out a lot of people, and you're out there. So I appreciate you spending time if that's what you're doing. All right. Tim Pool just out and out said it. Holy fuck, liberals fall for this shit because their influencers are fucking retarded. Yo, that word. You gotta watch that one on here. Boy. This appears Trump appears to hold up a photoshopped image of a wrongfully deported man. It's not wrong, photoshopped. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, here. Oh, come on. Show me the picture. Let's go. Let's go. Show me the picture. Come on. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Nope. Ain't doing that. That's not photoshopped. That is letters they put on showing what each of these symbols means. M, marijuana. S, smiley. The one is the up, and then the skull. I can't remember how they said that skull equals a 3. But that's MS-13 tat. Then his wife did a picture hiding it. Oh, not MS-13. Oh, thank you, Celtic. Have a good night. I appreciate it. I really do. And great comments tonight. I mean, that was nice. You guys did great. It's great. I appreciate it very much. All right, we're getting into the funny stuff anyway. I'm not going to be on much longer. My dogs probably want me to walk them. But yeah, Tim Pool's right. They do fall for this stuff because they don't read beyond headlines. This was a reason they had those up there. Yeah. Even I will say, in honesty, even I at first was like, what? He's got no. But then I just took a look at the picture and went, hey, those are really pretty. Come on. All right. Over here, Gunther Eagleman has, WTF is that? This is high fashion in Paris. I'm going to make sure the sound maybe is off because I don't know if there's music here. So let me puff this up. I'm going to have to be careful. It might be music. And music gets goofy on YouTube. All right. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off. But is that Uncle Fester? That is a fashion show in Paris. Neat room. I mean, my God, that room is amazing. But what the hell? Is that Uncle Fester or is that... Oh, I know who that looks like. Anybody ever watch Blade Runner? That looks like somebody, another of the simulants or like Pris. That looks like her makeup in Blade Runner. That's high fashion, huh? Love it. All right, like I said, we're gonna fire through some stupidity here, and then we'll be out of here. But oh lordy, this chick's a loon. Oh, she got music, but look what she's doing. A teacher installs a bar lock on the door in reaction to Trump's authorization for ICE to enter schools. She's barring her school door from anybody opening it. Okay. 1, let's just say there's an emergency. 2, do you really think that's going to stop an ICE agent if he really wants in? 3, enjoy jail in your pink little jumpsuit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. 1, man, I must be getting old because she looks all of 18, 20 years old max. Woof. Looks like something that would make you question the contents of your glass. Oh, dude. That is so wrong. Oh, that is so perfect. Dude, I know you said you weren't a big fan of doing live streams yourself, but you really should. You got the wit. You got it. That is beautiful. But this douche canoe here thinks she's going to stop ICE because he put a little bar in there. And why is she, once again, the nutty left? I'll bet she ain't dating nobody. Unless that guy is really deep into soy and tofurkey all at once. Eats a soy furkey. I mean, this right here is why in a lot of countries, men aren't dating. People aren't having kids and getting married because they look at the crazy. Men are staying pretty stable or moving to the right. Women are going way goofy left. That is hard to reconcile if you're going to date. As a man, you don't want somebody who's going to make you stressed, nutty, and bring crazy shit in your house and drive you crazy when you're trying to relax after work. My wife is not like that. And a lot of people aren't getting married because of this crazy lunatic right here. This is stupid. She should be arrested. If they come there and they do this, besides barring a door shut in a school that's a safety issue. That is a huge safety issue. I mean, whew. Besides dumb, it's just a bad idea. So you go left. Lefty will lefty. All right. Why? I'm sorry about my laugh. Just what the hell? F a dentist? What? Sorry, I've been watching a lot. I can't remember this one, but let's see what this obvious winner is gonna say. I can't remember. What is it?
Fuck this
okay, I remember this.
government. Yeah. Fuck this administration. Fuck Trump and all these fucking billionaires trying to fucking exterminate democracy as we fucking know it.
He won the election. Once again, lefties do not believe in democracy. I can't say it enough. Trying to exterminate democracy. All because you fucking idiots lost. I'm sorry. I'm trying to use the word fuck as much as she does, and I can't. I'm a mechanic. I got 30-year mechanic mouth and grew up in the country. Dude, she's kicking my butt. Usually I can throw out some, colorful metaphors. Wow. You're dumb, you lemur-looking goofball. You lost. That was democracy.
Our senators, our House of Representatives, our Congress, all these fucking fuck.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. What a winner. All right. I think we're about at the end of the stream, guys. I don't think I feel... Well, let's see. Is there anything cool that's happened since I've been on? I always like to look. Because if anything's gone goofy, why not? Nope. Wow, it didn't refresh much, did you? I said refresh. Home. There we go. Can we donate her a toothbrush? Yeah. Yeah, no shit. And I know people in America will say people in the UK have some bad teeth. Woof. Woof. Oh, Pam Bondi actually have Tish James arrested? No. Pam mostly speaks big and doesn't. She's way too much of a real politician. She says a lot, does little. If she does, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if she actually arrests anybody. She was threatening Adam Schiff with arrest the other day. Yes, he should be arrested. He's done crazy illegal shit. Crazy illegal. But will they do it? Fuck no. Fuck no. Things like this are happening more and more lately as Americans fear the future of this country. I love America, but it's headed in the wrong direction. Yeah, well, we thought the same during Biden. We didn't leave. Dummies. That's for the Krasensteins. Oh, here we are, Bexy. Here you go. What's happening with the Epstein files? Boy, don't even get me going about that. We'll be here for another 3 hours. Nothing. Pammy come out and said a bunch of shit. Dude, if those Epstein files even exist, I'll be shocked. If they did, as soon as Trump was elected, then they disappeared. They were shit canned. They were shit canned. The only person that has those still is whoever ran Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Because there was somebody above them that ran them. They were either a CIA op or MS6 or Mossad or somebody above. Maybe somebody in the World Economic Forum who wants power over people. If there's any of that shit left, it's with those people. Anywhere else, I think it's gone now. Why? Because Pam drug her feet and screwed around. Whether on purpose or incompetence, she screwed around. I don't think we're ever going to see the actual list, actual people now. I don't think it's going to get it. Bundy is slowing up. If they ever existed, people will go to jail for withholding. Yeah, I agree, Rebecca. I don't think we're going to see it. I think if they did exist, they are gone now. When Trump got in, sorry, I have a cat rolling upside down next to me. Hey, buddy. But yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. Just keep us out of it. Oh, Lordy. I wonder how this person feels about the Supreme Court ruling over there in the UK. I'm an autosexual, and I'm more attracted to my own reflection than other people. I have passionate sex with myself all the time. Okay. Is it bad that we live in a time where this actually doesn't seem so bad? Compared to a lot of stuff going on, does this... You got to be going, okay, yeah, okay, you're a little crazy. Okay, this isn't so bad. Ugh. This guy is more sane than a lot of the people out there walking around in puppy costumes or need a litter box in their bedroom. Or want to be called a girl today and you got what? I seen in America we have a 40-year-old man who's living with his parents as an 8-year-old girl. That's messed up. This guy, okay, he likes to wax the weasel or whatever, I guess. I guess that's where we're going, but what the shit? I kind of think they were a myth. Pizza pumpkin pie, I guess. No, wasn't it a cherry pie in American Pie? You think they were a myth? No, I think the Epstein files were real. There was way too much documentation, videotapes. There were videos in all those rooms. There were cameras. They recorded people. There was footage upon footage. You see the boxes of evidence. Have they been deleted? Yeah, I bet we're going to find they were oopsie deleted. Or oopsie, the ones they gave are going to have cartoons on them. They are gone. They were destroyed. Somebody, oopsie, left a big magnet near all those recordings. That's what we're going to find has happened. But somebody high up somewhere has got copies of this. That's why you'll still see crazy, weird Supreme Court rulings in our court. Where a guy was a full right-leaning person. I mean, deep right, conservative right, until he became Supreme Court Justice. Then even his own family thought he was under duress for a while when he became Supreme Court Justice, the Chief Justice. His own family was asking him what the hell's going on. Publicly, they were worried he was under duress because all of his rulings went against everything in his whole life. And you got what's-her-name in there now that Trump got in there, and she's doing the same thing. Weird shit. Weird shit. But yeah, it is scary. We live in a time where this guy doesn't seem that crazy. You go, okay, like they said up here. That's cool, man. Just keep us out of it. Yeah. Even Clown World couldn't come up with anything real. I bet Clown World's going, yeah, okay. That's not the craziest thing I've seen all week. So, yeah. I am truly a black woman. Okay. Okay. Can we start calling them what they are? They're not black, they're brown. You're brown. I'm not white. I'm kind of a tan pink thing. Can we just do that? He likes it. Yeah, exactly, Rebecca. That's what I was saying. He likes to wax the weasel. Jerk the gherkin. Let's talk to One-Eyed Willie to the Wonder of the Weasel. So, yeah. All right. I think... Oh, Pedro Pascal needs to stop being in everything. He's not that great an actor. Oh, he's not Reed Richards. I'm sorry. I wandered off a little. Anti-Trump protests in Oregon. Okay. Yep, Oregon. Like we care what happens in Oregon. You want to guess where that's at? Portland. Surprise. Yeah, we can do this all day. No pride in police. Okay. Carrie Canary. 44. The adopted name of David Anthony Chaltraw. Okay, running a stop sign intersection crashing. What the fudge? Violent transport Antifa member involved in 2019. Big gathering where I was attacked and died in Indiana. Oh, that's too bad. Yep, that's my governor. This is the guy that says you can't trust RFK's Jr.'s health advice, yeah. All right, guys, we are going to head out of here in a sec, but I always like to play one of these. This is, I don't know which one. I've done this in a lot lately, but I like to end with something fun with Trump like this. This is a ad, and I may have to stop it once in a while because there is a copyrighted song in it, but this is a pro-Trump ad, we guess, from Japan in 2016. We can't tell because they have Trump destroy the world in this, but she seems to be in love with him. So enjoy this. I'll turn it down a little. Oops, a little. There. I don't know how loud that is for you guys, but just the visuals will do it for you. No, the copyright song's in the other one. Ooh, that's loud in my ears. Alright, I am trying to figure out what the frig is with the visualization here, and I don't know how loud that is to everybody else, but what the shit. That is loud. Oh, my ears. Oh, that's why. I turned my headphones down too much. I mean, what the hell is this? What is this shit? I can't get over this. I never can get by this area. I mean, what is that? It's like gay Miami Vice, Trump. Trump goes, hey, Sonny and Crockett. I don't know. It's got an 80s Miami Vice vibe, but I don't think Trump... Dude, I don't think Trump would ever stand that way. But then this one. But then he's doing this next one. What is that? I mean, what is this? I mean, come on. I don't get over... This is just hilarious to me. GTA Vice City. There you go. Yes. Taylor wasn't well off all the overtime. Yeah. I mean, look at this. Look at this symbolism. She loves him. But now he's in a mech outfit. And does this.
Trump 2016.
What the hell is with that symbolism? She's all, I love you, Trump. And then boom, the planet goes boom, Trumpa 2016. What the absolute hell? I've watched manga. I watched some anime and stuff. And I don't get the Japanese. There's times I watch some of them, I go, dude, that's amazing. The other ones I watch, I go, dude, I don't get it. There is a political gap. This is the one that has copyright. I know I've played this a lot, but I just love this one. There is a song in this one. I am going to turn this down. I will talk over part of this, so I'm going to apologize. But yeah, there is a copyright music in that one a little bit. But as long as I'm doing my fair use, we'll see how it goes. Let me see here. Okay. Hello to everybody in Rumble. I see you over there. Feel free to say hi in the chat. I know nobody ever talks on Rumble on my streams. It's weird as hell. One person said howdy. That was it once. Unless I have the chat set wrong. If I do, please email me at lyonsdenws6@gmail.com and let me know if you were sending in the chat on Rumble and it wasn't working. But I tested it once, it worked, and somebody did say hi one time. You know, I have people over there. Okay. I think it's supposed to be in the style of a trailer. Yeah, I get it, Urbexy, but it's just funny how they show, I love you, and all this cool symbolism, but then he turns dark. Oof. I can't tell what they're trying to say about Trump in it. Yes, he's amazing, but the planet's going to disappear. This one here is just, this is off the Pennsylvania ending attempt. The ASSIN blah, blah, blah word is something you're not supposed to say too much on the tube. But this one here is another one. It's anime. They drew him, I think, like Matt Tracker from the old 80s cartoon Mask in this. You know, it looks like he's got robot arms here the way the shoulders are. But this is definitely Trump meets anime right here. That's funny. The spirit of America catches the bullet. That is just hilarious. The ass castration, nice. This one's supposed to be anime. Now, I keep asking everybody if they figure out who this character is in the back. I think, is it the flag? Because you got the flag here at the end, right here. Is that the flag that saved him? It came alive, and that's the spirit of the flag, or the spirit of America that caught the bullet, saved him. So maybe it's not like he thinks God saved his spirit in prison. The country did it. The spirit of America. Is this Uncle Sam in the mech world? The Japanese version of Uncle Sam? Super Sam. That's it. That's it. Super Sam. Whoosh. But I love this. I don't know why. I just think this is hilarious. But yeah, it looks like Matt Tracker from Mask, if you remember that old cartoon. But yeah, I don't know. Is that supposed to have the flag and then right there? So that's my guess. You got the shorty chick who should never been near him. He's 6'3", 6'4", and they gave him like a 5'5", 5'6" Secret Service chick. That's gonna protect him. But yeah, that is where we are for the night. I am going to get me back over here and go boom. Why is my one button on my keyboard popping up? That's weird. Gaming keyboard that pops up. I don't know why it does that once in a while. I don't want to push that button. I don't remember what I set that button for. But thank you, everybody, for stopping in. It's been a good stream, really. Oopsie, I can't see the chat on that. I can see it on my other screen. There we go. Did they put the Demo Ranch logo on the shirt? Oh. Oh. Man, dude. I felt bad for the guy. I watched Demo Ranch all the time, Demolition Ranch. I love that channel. He just retired. Matt Carricker just retired here recently from YouTube. He's been on YouTube like 20 years. He's got a good veterinary practice, but his channel is the biggest Second Amendment channel on YouTube. He's made buku bucks. A lot of it from YouTube. Yeah, a lot of it from his vet practice, but he's a multi-millionaire now. And he had a couple people wearing his shirts doing stuff. And I felt bad for the guy because some people accused him of stuff. And if you watch his channel, never a violent bone in his body. What a great guy. But yeah, there was a channel, Wolves in Finance, did a video where he's talking about the whole Trump, Pennsylvania thing. And he was saying, oh, it's a different guy because it's a different shirt. He's wearing a Demolition shirt here, but not here. It's the same shirt. Because if you really go and look at it, where he says, see, it's a different shirt, no symbol on the back. You look, it's just crinkled up. He didn't get everything wrong, but he got a few things wrong in that. So go ahead. Wolves in Finance, if you want to go look that up. Yeah, the Demo Ranch logo, I felt bad for Matt for that. I think one of the reasons he got off YouTube is some of the bull crap going on. As he said, his kids were growing up. Him and his wife, they spend so much time doing the demo ranch stuff and all the events and shot shows and stuff with other YouTubers and everything. It's an amazing amount of time he's put in. Him and his wife are looking at all the time they put in. His kids are growing up. He has more money than anybody will ever need, including his kids now. So, you know, hey, more power to him. But I think one of the reasons also is YouTube was making it much harder for the Second Amendment channels anymore, the firearms channels. They were making that really tough, and then also some of the bullshit stupid idiots that wore his shirt at times. You know, I think it's dumb. I think that kind of swayed him to get out of the public eye. I agree. I think both times somebody wore one of his shirts. He's a nice guy. I mean, I've never met him personally, but everything, I've followed multiples. He had multiple channels. I've followed the guy for years. And I do know somebody that did meet him. They say he is really such a nice guy. And I don't like that. They say the funny, friendly guy you see on all of his channels is him. And his final video on his Off the Ranch channel, I believe it was, where he's talking to people the day before he did his final video on Demolition Ranch, was just, it was tough for anybody that's watched him a long time. So, yeah. He should have just sold the business at Scott Kentucky Ballistics. You know what? I think you're probably right, but I don't know. Maybe he will do something like that. I don't know. I mean, they've already got their own setup going and stuff, so I don't know if they would be even into that. But that's a good idea. It really is. Yeah. It's kind of neat. You watch that stuff. Every once in a while, somebody will catch over my shoulder that there is something sitting right there. Yeah. I mean, I live in a good neighborhood, but these days you can't be too safe, especially since I have, and I still have a Trump flag. So I do cover my butt just in case. We have 3 dogs, so somebody come in here, 3 large dogs, 57 pounds, 77 and 596. That'd be tough for them. But yeah, I wonder if he would sell it too. But I am going to get out of here pretty soon. I'm going to take these off. Don't need them anymore. I know a lot of people don't like the big old headphones, but I like the wireless. I really like the wireless. And my computer does not have Bluetooth, which is, I'm going to bring it down to my computer company down here that I know. I know they don't mind me sharing their name. It's BitTech Computer Solutions. I use them exclusively. They are epic. They're going to make this so it runs two screens at once, and I'm going to talk about Bluetooth in this thing. Urbexy, thank you very much for staying up, buddy. I appreciate it. Celtic Spirits Coven, to the other people that were lurking in the background, thank you very much. And to the 7 or 8 of you over on Rumble that aren't talking, thank you very much. Like I said, feel free to send questions and topics to lionsdenws6@gmail.com. You can also find me on X at lionsdenws6. Feel free to let me know that you know what WS6 means too. So yeah, a lot of people don't know. But yeah, so I am going to hop out of here and take my dogs for a walk and make sure my cat is about to knock stuff off my desk. I'll talk to you later, and I don't know if I'll be back on yet tonight. It's already 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, by the way, Urbexy is probably already that for you, but happy Easter, everybody. I'll be gone most days for Easter tomorrow out at family, so hope you're spending Easter with some family, somebody, having a good time. It's not all about the eggs. I'm not a very religious person, but I am, at the very least, I am spiritual. How's that? Because I don't know. I'm not atheist. I don't know. I've said agnostic before. My wife looks at me funny, but I don't think I am that either. Neither is she. But I'm going to hop out. Thank you very much, everybody. Talk to you later. Please leave a thumbs up on the way out. Or whatever, on Rumble also, please. I'll be back on either tomorrow. I don't know. Salty Crackers. I try not to stream across him because I love watching him. But if I'm back on tomorrow, it'll be late. It'll be a red eye stream. If not, it'll be Monday or Tuesday. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Thank you again, Rebexy. Thank you, Spirits Coven. Celtic Spirits Coven, and thank you very much to everybody lurking. Even if you don't chat, I appreciate your time. Have a good one. Be safe and happy